Hey Google, how hot is it going to be in Perth today?
The high temperature in Perth, Australia, today will be 40 degrees.
G'day and welcome to another Mongrel Dog production, and welcome to country. Welcome to the Wadandi track, named after the original local inhabitants who used to roam this part of the southwest of Western Australia. Ordinarily this time of year I'd be cycling through Southeast Asia. That's not going to happen because of COVID. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to go and explore some of the local backyard here in WA. Anyway, grab your gear. Let's go. Well, it's late morning. I'm just riding to a local train station. I'm going to catch a train down to Mandurah, about a 1.5 hour journey. That'll just get me on the outskirts of Perth. There's no fun in riding in the suburbs. So yeah, I'll start my journey from Mandurah. It's going to be 40 degrees again today. We've had a few days like that. I think we're breaking some records as far as the temperatures here in Perth are concerned.
Next station, Mandurah, where this service terminates.
Well, end of day one. I guess I've only covered about 35 kilometres to get to my destination for this evening, which is just a caravan park on the side of the road. So yeah, about 35 k's today, about 62 tomorrow, which will take me just on the outskirts of Bunbury. Today was pretty seamless, no real surprises. Hour and a half train trip to Mandurah, and then a couple of hours to get here along some pretty scenic roads and cycle paths, you know, alongside waterways and estuaries. So yeah, so far so good. Well, morning of day two. I've got about 60, maybe 65 kilometres to go today. That'll put me just north, just on the outskirts of Bunbury, which is a fairly large regional town. I don't have a lot of options. I mean, that's one of the disadvantages of travelling here in Australia. Yeah, quite often there's not a lot of back roads, doesn't give you too many options. There is a major highway, which I can't avoid in certain places, but in this case I'm going to veer left and follow the estuary for about 5 or 6 kilometres before it swings back onto this main road. I just want to get off the main roads because of the traffic volumes and the risk of getting bowled over, I guess. So yeah, that's the main highway. I'm going to veer left down here, and you can see the estuary down there. This road will follow that for a few kilometres. Yeah, well, this is the forest highway. I've got to follow it for 40 kilometres. There's no cycle path, nothing like that to assist. So yeah, this could be the most dangerous part of this journey. I mean, people get killed on this stretch of road driving their cars. I don't know what sort of luck I'm going to have. Anyway, there's no other option. I've covered 20 kilometres already. I've got 40 kilometres on this road before I peel off. I've got it on the lowest setting. It's got 5 power settings, this bike. I've got it on the lowest one because I need to manage the battery, of course. But yeah, so far, according to the battery power gauge, I haven't used much at all. So hopefully I should be able to do today with the bike doing some of the work. It's pedal assist. It's an e-bike, but it's pedal assist. If I stop pedaling, I stop moving forward. So yeah, you've still got to put some work in. Yeah, see you on the other side. Well, I've had to pull over and have a rest. I've got some weird shit going on with my legs. They're cramping up, which is a bit unusual. I've never had that happen to me before. And I've done a fair bit of cycle touring over the years in Southeast Asia and the like. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm hydrated. So yeah, I might lie on my back and elevate my legs for a few minutes and see if it makes a difference. I've been able to get off that forest highway. I had to travel that for 40 kilometres. I survived that okay. I've been fortunate the last 10 kilometres or so that I've had a dual use path or a bike path to myself. I'm approaching the end of day 2 now. By the time I get to where I've got to go, it'll be about 70 kilometres. I misjudged the distance earlier. So yeah, 70 kilometre day. I'll just be staying at a caravan park that's alongside the estuary here. Find somewhere to eat, and yeah, we'll take it from there. I guess I'll start planning tomorrow's journey. Well, morning of day 3, I'm just heading out of Bunbury. I'm in the outer suburbs now, making my way to Busselton. Yesterday was a tough day for different reasons. The distance was longer than I anticipated because of a calculation error, and yeah, I cramped up really bad in the afternoon. That's never happened to me before, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But because of that, I'm a bit sore this morning, but I'm sure I'll loosen up as the day goes on. I'm making better progress than what I did last year. This time last year, I was on the same bike. This belongs to my son Trevor, and on the night of on the second night, I ended up shorting out the battery as I was charging it up. And after that, it was all pedal power for the next 48 hours until I replaced the bike with one of my conventional bikes. So yeah, I'm feeling better in so much as I've made more progress this time than I did last time. Well, I've been able to cut through the suburb, but I'm back on another major highway now, the one heading to Busselton. I've got no option but to transit along here for 11 kilometres. Thankfully today's Sunday, most of the holiday traffic should be heading back to Perth in the opposite direction, so that might cut me a little bit of respite, a little bit of slack. Well, the navigation tool that I use, Maps Me, has got me going down some unsealed or gravel road, but that's okay. It gets me off the sealed stuff where the traffic is, and I'm sure it won't be forever, so it'll be short-lived. But yeah, I'd much rather do this than you know, dodge the heavy vehicles and the like. I've got a lot of confidence in that navigation app, Maps Me. It's usually done the right thing by me. Strong headwind today. E-bike or no e-bike, it still makes the going tough, and it saps the battery power too. Well, I'm feeling refreshed. I had a day off, a day to rest in Up. Took the opportunity to see the grandkids and stay with them. So yeah, feeling a lot better today. And I'll be staying at a farm stay this evening, just east of Margaret River. to the end of this day. Tonight I'm staying at a farm stay. I guess you guys overseas would call it a ranch. This is a working sheep station, but they allow people to camp and also park their caravans here and use it as a tourist park. So could be an interesting experience. I do believe they have lamb on the menu. Funny that. I'm just rolling into Augusta now. So I guess the big question is, can you cycle tour Australia on an e-bike? And I guess the answer to the question is, well, yes you can, but with some limitations. The biggest day I had on this trip was 77 k's, and at the end of the day I had about 20% of the battery life left, but that was all fairly level going, good conditions, sealed tracks or roads, cycle paths, and using low power settings. The worst day has probably been today. I covered 50 k's, still using the low power settings, but when you throw some gravel roads, some hills and a headwind in the mix, it sucks the guts out of the battery. So there's certainly limitations, and it would limit you as far as where you could actually tour in Australia. A lot of people know that here in Australia sometimes there's 250 kilometres between fuel stops, so clearly you'd have to make some allowances for that. Anyway, as I said, I'm in Augusta. This is my destination for this trip, so you know what that means. I'll see you on the other side.